pioneering kitchen innovation to reshaping the future of home cooking. Wonderchef today stands at a unique crossroads of purpose and profit. Joining us are Chef Sanjeev Kapoor and Ravi Saxena to explore how culinary vision and business strategy are powering the brand's next chapter. Listen in. To speak to us more about the culinary vision for Wonderchef and what lies ahead, we are joined in by Ravi Saxena and Chef Sanjeev Kapoor. Welcome to CNBC TV 18 again.
Thank you very much.
Chef, let's begin this conversation with you. And I remember right around the time when you had started Wonderchef, which was more than a decade ago. I was one of the first persons to shoot with you with Wonderchef products and pans. So how do you think and how would you say the essence of Wonderchef has stayed or evolved over the past many years?
First of all, thank you for this lovely question. But I have a question for you. Child labor was never allowed. Anyway, I think markets evolve, people evolve. And it's something which it's human nature that things evolve, and if you are not evolving, whether it's business, whether it's persona, personality, whatever, then being static, you don't you just cease to exist, and that's not who we are, right? So what we have seen, and the way I have seen the whole industry, not just cooking appliance and cookware industry, but the food industry at large. So I don't view it as, I don't see it passing by. I like to lead the way and see that how we can define, how can we make sure that we take the position of thought leader and then cast the way for that. And that's how our thinking is. So whether sometimes when you do that, you go ahead of the curve and you do things which people have not seen, and that is who Wonderchef is. And when you do that, you're never jaded. You are always ahead of time, because that's our responsibility. It's not just our business. We believe that's our responsibility towards not just our users, consumers, but I think country as a whole.
Yeah. Ravi, your thoughts on this? How do you see, the essence of Wonderchef today and going forward? Is it, innovation centric that you want to shape Wonderchef as? Is it, smart appliances, health conscious cooking? How do you see it?
Shivani, when we started Wonderchef, we started with a common vision between me and Chef that we will focus on a healthy India. Cooking at home is many times more healthy than eating outside food. We all know that. But we had to make it convenient. Because if it's not convenient and not tasty, it will not work. So health, taste and convenience became our motto. Everything that we have done is tested on this benchmark. Beyond that, if we were to just create one more mixer grinder, one more pan, then we are an also-ran. So right from the beginning, and taking advantage of Chef's immense knowledge on food and my background with equipment, we decided that we will be the trailblazers. So we have always done new things, whether it's the first quality non-stick pans of India, whether it is the Nutri Blender, which redefined how people do use a mixer grinder at home, or it is the cold press juicers, or it is the air fryers, or it is the soup makers, or it is coffee machines, or it is Chef Magic, Chai Magic. Everything that we have done has been an industry first. And we pride ourselves in that. That is the halo effect the brand carries with itself. So what I see is that there is, on one side, a great move towards outside food, delivered food. And on the other side, people want those moments at home when you cook together, eat together on the dining table. There is a balance of the two. Our job is to make that convenient and fun.
We are meeting right in the thick of the festival season. Ravi, what are your expectations from the festival, and how do you expect some of the products like the Chai Magic or the Chef Magic will work around this festival season?
I wish every month for Diwali month. We will all be very rich. Well, this is a great time for us, and especially our brand, which is exciting, colorful, design oriented, with chefs branding. So this becomes a primary product for gifting to loved ones.
Yeah.
So this is a specifically great time for us. And yes, we focus our innovations around this time. Last year we launched Chef Magic, which is India's first kitchen robot. It has hundreds of recipes built inside.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know cooking at all, you choose a recipe, just follow the instructions. It will do everything from stirring, grinding, mixing, steaming, everything. And you have the perfect recipe of Chef Sanjeev Kapoor ready with your own hands at home, healthy and tasty.
Yeah.
This year we are launching Chai Magic just before Diwali. And as Chef said, you can make your kind of tea. Now, here's the difference. When we drink coffee as Indians, we drink the coffee that a machine makes. We don't say mere type ki coffee chahiye. We will choose whether we want a French press coffee or a brew coffee or an espresso, but the machine will make what it makes.
Correct.
But when it comes to chai, everyone wants their kind of tea. So this is what Chai Magic will deliver. And you know, we did a research with 2,500 people of various strata in various towns of India. And to my surprise, we found that 80% of India, 80, they add something to their tea. I didn't used to. So I thought, well, people have tea like, you know, the English tea, just brew.
So the insight came from there for
Insight
Chai
came
Magic.
from the consumer, and the best insights always come from there.
Yeah.
80% Indians add adrak, ginger, or saffron, or kali mirch, or elaichi to their tea, and sometimes a mix of everything, cinnamon, whatnot. So we had to create a device that will be able to take in everything that you want in your tea and yet deliver consistent results cup after cup.
Yeah.
So we are excited.
What are such other stellar insights that are coming to you guys from the consumers? I saw some of the comments on Chef Magic is like, you know, the biggest pain point in cooking is sabziyon ko katna. I have been only like a pandemic cook, by the way. Let me just declare that. That's my disclaimer. And I know that it's very easy to stir and make something and put the ingredients, but to actually sit down there and cut an onion or to cut vegetables is like the biggest pain point. So are you addressing some of these issues and need gaps in the kitchen for, you know, like a fast-paced life that we are living?
I think Chef Magic does that. This is what Chef Magic does. And I must share with you, I was in London last week, and 2 users of Chef Magic in London, they shared this with me that we cannot live without Chef Magic. I'm saying that, we need to talk more about this in India. We need to do more because we somewhere felt that maybe it is something that outside India people will get more excited. They don't have time. Yahan to maids hai, maybe that's why it's different. But I think it's something in Indian household, once they get used to it, they cannot do without. It can cut, it can chop, it can weigh, it can cook. Recipes are pre-fed in, so you don't need the skill of cooking. It's a dream. Somebody who does not know how to cook, still you want to cook, whether it's home style, whether it's something, whether it's gajar ka halwa, whether it is soup, whether it's pulao, whether it is pasta, whether it's Thai curry, it can do everything.
Yeah. You just need to have the right set of ingredients to feed
You just need to, it'll weigh, it'll cut, it'll chop, it'll do everything.
Yeah.
I think it's a dream machine.
Yeah. Ravi, Wonderchef finally turned profitable in FY24 after years of losses. How has that shaped your vision for Wonderchef going forward?
So Shibani, I would like to share that one, we were profitable in the beginning years because when the money was less, we were bootstrapped. We were profitable every single year. Then came a time that we raised funding and we decided to invest in growth. So yes, we made few losses for a few years, and yes, we turned profitable again. So I am very happy about it. It gives us many more possibilities because now with a few $1 million of profit every year, we can afford to invest more in marketing, in branding, in our teams, in technology. We have already been the fastest growing brand every single quarter in India for the last 16 quarters, every single quarter. But this additional pump of technology, team and innovation, I think will only increase our pace of growth, and that is what profitability is going to gift us.
Yeah, I'm really curious to know, since you mentioned that you know how to make the device and you know definitely how well and you've taught all of us how to cook, like what are some of the conversations that you guys have when you are, coming up with, devices like Chai Magic or Chef Magic or anything else for that matter in terms of what does the kitchen really need?
Spend a day with us. So, okay, we'll share with you one of our earliest successes was with a pan, a dosa pan. And those were the days when India used to struggle with a dosa pan because you needed a non-stick tawa.
Yeah.
And that non-stick tawa is something when you try to make dosa on that, because non-stick property is that the batter would leave the surface, so it will not caramelize. It will not. It has to stick to caramelize. But that's not the property of non-stick. But you want it to come off also. It's a no-win. How do you do that? So we discussed at length, and he says, "What should be done?" I said, "It has to stick. It has to stick for some time.
Yeah.
Then it has to come off." And we are thinking that how can that happen?
Yeah.
And then we debated, discussed, talked to team, talked internationally. How can this be done? And then we realized that actually everything is possible. So if today you have a small pill which you take it and lasts you for 24 hours, there's sustained release. So how can this not happen? So
So the answer came in the die-cast technology. It's a very specific technology. Normally, pans are made with press technology. You take a sheet of aluminium, give it a shape, and coat it. Die-cast is you melt the metal, pour it. So it's a much more complex, much more expensive, intricate process. But the properties of the metal change. It retains heat better, and this is the slow release effect that is created. And the dosa pan that we created became an instant hit.
Wow, almost like a science experiment.
It is. And
Yeah.
see, good thing is, he loves to eat, he loves to cook, and I love science. So both of us have similar interests.
That's a role switch I can see right here.
No, it's both. He loves to eat and cook, and I love science. So it's something that
It's very complementary.
yeah.
But I must also say our conversations are only probably 1/3 about when they're about business. They're only about 1/3 about products and technology or food. 1/3, I would say, they are about distribution. Because in India, you can make a great product, but distribution is not obvious. It's not that you have 6,000 Walmarts and 4,000 Tesco's and 10,000 Targets and you just place them, right? You have to fight it out for shelf space every single time.
Sure.
So we discuss a lot about distribution and how to maximize that. And 1/3 of the conversations are about branding and strategy. We speak almost every single day. We have known each other for the last 20 years. We built some restaurants together before. So it's been a great friendship, and Chef has been my mentor, my guide, my best friend over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And that's so lucky to be able to work under this umbrella that protects you and guides you.
Sure.
And I think, and we discuss a lot of personal stuff, but the conversations which are about business are not just about food. They're about strategy, they're about technology, they're about marketing.
Marketing, distribution, technology, strategy, all of that. And you were saying something.
No, what I'm saying is that Wonderchef is where it is thanks to Ravi. He's the wonder, I'm just the chef.
That's very well put. But speaking of distribution and speaking of reaching to newer markets as well, you just opened your 30th store, in Bengaluru. So how do you go about that when you decide to open like a new store? How do you choose which city to go to? Which markets are showing the promise? Ravi, let me just ask you that.
Yeah. So, well, I'm happy about the 30th store, but it doesn't sound that much, right? So we are a large brand today.
Yeah.
We are present in about 20,000 retail outlets.
Wow.
Okay? So 30th store is not that much, but 30th of our own store is still a landmark because our industry is not attuned to exclusive outlets.
Yes.
You see, there are some industries like shoes or fashion or many other things which are attuned to own outlets.
Yeah.
Our industry is not. We are one of the very, very few brands, who have dared to put up exclusive outlets. But our 7 years of journey in building exclusive outlets has taught us a lot. And which is why we now are going to expand this model because we have cracked the code of profitability on the outlets. It was difficult, took time, took a lot of innovation, but we have cracked it. So yes, we are going to double these number of outlets in the next 2 years. And we are growing with the partnership route. We are growing with franchisee partners who know their catchment, who know their customers. We provide the technology, the products, the support, the training, everything, the design, and they manage the business, and that's how we are growing.
Yeah, so double the number of outlets by 2026.
Six, yeah.
Yes. How are you taking it to some of the markets, some of the quintessential untapped markets beyond, the urban pockets like the tier 2 and the tier 3 markets?
No, very good question, because today most of our 30 outlets are in the metros. But now we opened our latest store after the Bangalore 131st store in Mohali.
Yeah.
Okay. Last week, and we opened our first store in the east. We are looking at Guwahati, we are looking at Kanpur, Lucknow, so absolutely Coimbatore. So we are going into the tier 2 and tier 3 cities because today the brand has crossed the Rubicon. We are today a national brand. We are a brand which is known thanks to e-commerce, TV commerce, quick commerce in very small cities also. We service more than 20,000 pin codes with service at home, after sales service.
Wow.
So we are absolutely there, ready to grow.
Sure.
And there is an untapped potential in even the smaller cities.
Since Ravi mentioned, Chef, about how you guys discuss about business strategy, distribution strategy, and then branding strategy on a day-to-day basis, you are such a brand to reckon with yourself. So how are you leveraging your personal brand on your social media platforms to create more awareness about, like the Wonderchef products? And what are you doing around the festival this time?
I think that's a continuous thing. It's not that we do something. I think that's inbuilt into my mind, and that's how, when we first launched Wonderchef, that time social media was not such a big thing. Books used to be. So when we started with non-stick pans was our first category. And the first thing I had done at that time was, my recipes used to start with heat a pan. I changed that to heat a non-stick pan, right? So I would integrate that, what people call as brand integration today. So somebody recently told me last week that we are probably the first influencer in this country who understood this. So it comes to me intuitively. And that's how we leverage without doing this in your face. We don't do that. So any recipe that we are doing, it's obvious. It will be cooked on a Wonderchef induction. It will be cooked in Wonderchef, no matter which brand I am cooking for, right? But it will be cooked in Wonderchef pots and pans. And that distribution of that content, whatever we are filming, is shared everywhere. And of course, then there are other influencers also who share what we do. Then it's a cascading effect that we have. Specifically in the festive season, I think we always keep in mind that we create some unique content, which is something where you can integrate and some uniqueness which our product will do. It could be that, I still remember one festive we did in our chopper, that you could slice pistachios very well. Otherwise, it's tough. It takes time, right?
Yes.
You need sliced. We are not talking chopping, right? How do you do that slicing? And we could do that. And it's a unique thing. It's a skill that it's not that easy. How do you, oh, wow, this is, or if you were to make something which is air fried, that this festive season, right? Don't have any, most festivals in India, you are having more calories. So you don't need to have something fried. So we would integrate that with the vision that we have from Wonderchef, the philosophy that we have of health, taste and convenience. And in that order, we would package that around festivals, and it goes hand in hand. And it's something which we don't even have to really work hard. That's us.
Yeah. And Ravi, what are your plans for steering growth beyond FY25? You've also signaled an IPO in the next 12 to 18 months. So what are some of the milestones that you personally want to achieve and both of you want to achieve before you guys go public?
I think we are on a good growth path. We are profitable. We are careful about our spends. I think that is the best thing we can give to the public, a share of our company which is growing and profitable and which has immense potential of growth, a large TAM, as we say, total addressable market. We continue to grow our TAM by expanding into the kitchen, but we want to stay focused on the kitchen. Our name says it all, Wonderchef. And one of the ways we leverage...
We will not make fans.
we will never make fans. And or cleaners. But one of the ways we leverage chef's brand is by integrating his recipes into our products.
Sure.
And I think that has been a huge differentiator that allows us to launch products which nobody has dreamed of. When we talk about chef magic, somebody can develop the hardware, but to build that trust that you pay 40-50,000 for a product, would it make something? नहीं, Chef Kapoor की recipes है ना तो बनेगा ही. So that is the trust. Same with chai magic, same with soup maker, same with gas oven tandoor, same with Sanjeev Kapoor tandoors, with health grills. So whatever we do is integrated with chef's recipes, and that drives our product innovation. So you asked about growth. Our growth will be centered around new ideas, which only we can do because we have chef's recipes integrated with the products. That is our technology.
So finally, before we wrap, I have some quick few questions for you, Chef. Let's first ask you one kitchen appliance that you swear by.
Wonderchef NutriBlend.
NutriBlend. Is there a dish that you are still trying to master?
Oh yes, of course.
Which is?
The way chapatis are made at home by every household. They do much better than what I can do. I can make rumali roti I can do very well, but that precision, that chapati, the home style, I don't do enough. Mera riyaz usme nahi hai.
Any unexpected fan reaction that you've got in your interactions with your fans?
Many. There are many touching stories that have been there over the years. Every day there is a story, I can tell you this. They have not stopped. I met somebody today and just in this place and said, I learned you saved my marriage. When I got married, I didn't know how to cook and it was a disaster because my in-laws, they were not happy. Then I got your books and this, so you've been a savior. And I could see that she was short of crying. It was that emotional, right?
Wonderful.
So it happens it's very endearing, and it happens every day. This happens. So the person who produced the show Khana Khazana, when I started, Hansal Mehta, was a big director now.
Sure.
So Hansal says, forget you, I get these stories, people who know that I've been associated. He says we should do something, million stories. He said there would be more than million stories which would touch the heart. And I'm sure they would be.
Of course, with their dish that, they learned out of the show. What a wonderful idea. Actually, a wonderful idea.
So now, Namak Swad Anusar, I've changed that to Namak Sehat Anusar.
Namak Sehat Anusar. Okay, one ingredient, according to you, that elevates any dish.
Positivity.
Positivity. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Ravi, for joining us on CNBC TV.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you, Jivani. Thank you.
Thanks. With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, X and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.